Q102 live from the Q102 Bringing the Weekend Party at the Highland Park Yacht Club in Dallas. And it is my great pleasure to welcome live Stevie Ray Vaughan. Welcome home.
Well, thank you so much.
Man, yeah. You are setting some kind of land speed record for signing autographs this afternoon here at the Highland Park Yacht Club. But you hear that? Thank you very much. Yeah. You know, I've got a good friend that's coming from London, England, and the only thing he wants from his trip to America is an autograph from Stevie Ray Vaughan, and that's in London, England. And that's all right. That blues music goes around the world, you know.
That's true.
I have got to say, just personally, that your record label, Charlie Strobel, said, you know what, Beard, before they delivered your latest album, In Step, he said, I think that if you took all the greatest songs, the greatest performances from Stevie's first 3 albums, and put them all on one album, that's how good your new album is. You know what? He's right.
Well, thank you.
What is special? What is going on in your life? What is going on with your music now that allows you to play better? Your technique is absolutely stunning. You've never been in a better voice. What?
Well,
how did you put it all together on this?
To tell you the truth, a lot of it has to do with that I'm sober now, and as a result of that, I have a new chance. I can hear better, I can see better, I can think better, and I'm able to feel with the rest of the band and everybody else that I can come in contact with. It's a new life, it's another chance. It's borrowed time, but that's okay with me.
Well, you know, it's so fascinating to hear you say that, because we, your fans, get to reap the benefits of this kind of personal discovery. And I guess that's the beauty of music, isn't it? Is that everybody wins, right? Did we turn you down too much? There you go. Everybody wins from this particular case. Let me roll the song Crossfire, the song that was the #1 rock and roll song in the country a few weeks back. Who wrote this one?
Chris, Tommy, Reese, Bill Carter, and Ruth Ellsworth. Boy. So it's double trouble, double time.
Crossfire from Stevie Ray Vaughan on Q102. Oh, yeah, that is Caught in a Crossfire with Stevie Ray Vaughan in Double Trouble. Yeah. And that, of course, is from In Step. Why the title In Step? What is that?
Well, it's got to do with what's keeping me alive, and it's also got to do with being in step with life, you know.
Got it.
It may sound corny to some people, but it's a lot to me.
No, nothing sounds corny, man. I'll tell you something. Even right down to the packaging of this album. When I saw the artwork, the photography and the artwork for the new In Step album, it was gorgeous. Now, you mentioned songs like Crossfire. Just came like the first song out of the band session.
Yeah.
Didn't something similar happen when you went to choose, for instance, the album artwork?
Yeah, the band, everybody in the band, everybody at the record company and the management company, we all walked in, and I picked up this one picture and went, that looks like an album cover to me. And everybody else went, it sure does. And it wasn't just a yes man stuff, you know. Everybody really liked it, and they liked the back cover as well.
Oh, great.
That's a real rare occasion.
Yeah.
When everybody likes the same pictures.
It's a democratic process quite often. Tell me about, now that looks like almost like a Mexican or an Indian, what do they call that, serape or something?
Yeah, well, actually I bought it at Mercado Juarez.
Oh, you got it at Mercado Juarez?
I went to eat one night and I came out with my clothes.
With an album cover. And what are you playing on the cover of In Step? What is that?
1928 Duolian.
Wait a minute, what year?
1928.
A 1928. Now, is that like an acoustic guitar or a dobro or what?
It's a national steel Duolian.
1928.
Yeah, and from what I can gather, that was Blind Boy Fuller's guitar.
Wow! If that guitar could talk,
it does.
In your hands,
what are you talking about?
It certainly does. We're talking with Stevie Ray Vaughan of Double Trouble live at the Q102 Bringing the Weekend Party at the Highland Park Yacht Club. Tell me about Tightrope. I love this song.
Well, Tightrope is one of the songs that I had the pleasure of writing with Doyle Bramhall, and it's always a pleasure to see him, much less work with him. And we hadn't got the chance to write together since '72.
Wow.
When we wrote Dirty Pool and a few other songs, and we got together and sat down, and we both had pieces and parts of songs, and out of like on Tightrope, I had started writing the song a few years ago, literally waiting for a tightrope walker to walk across the lake at the New Orleans Jazz Festival. That was our cue to play. And I started writing the song then, and it needed a lot more to it. It needed something that really related to what was going on in my life. And Doyle and I sat down, and what we would do is talk about what had happened in both of our lives lately, the thing about sobering up, and just all of the things that it was affecting, and what all we'd gone through. And then as a result, we would come to a point where it really came to a final point, and we would just write it down, and it would finish out what had already got going. Then we'd go to the next verse and do the same thing.
Wow.
It was great.
It sounds great, too. This is Tightrope. It's from In Step. We're talking with Stevie Ray Vaughan live on Q102. Oh, yeah. That's that Tightrope from Q102 and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble from the In Step CD. You're just choking the chicken there on the end of that thing.
That was fun, man. We was having fun that day. I tell you what, we had fun the other night at the Greek in Los Angeles. We did Concord in San Francisco first, and then did 2 shows at the Greek, and we had the horns with us.
Ooh.
And we had horns on that song as well. We had a laugh. We had a great time.
It's got to be fun for you and the band before it can be fun for us in the audience, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be digging on it and having fun with it, right?
We try to do that every time. It's like we look at it more like a family that's having fun. If it's just a gig, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Making money. That's not all. That's not all there is.
Absolutely. We're talking with Stevie Ray Vaughan of Double Trouble. Stevie, I gotta pay the rent here, but in the meantime, pick one from your new CD, In Step, that you said really gets you off every time you hear it.
Well, let's do Love Me, Darling by Mr. Highland Wolf.
Ooh, we'll do that after this on Q102.
You're reaching new heights. What are you waiting for?
Rats in the laboratory. We're live on Q102's Bring the Weekend Party. I'm Redbeard at the Highland Park Yacht Club on Travis in Dallas, our special guest, and we really appreciate you taking time, because I know this is a big weekend for you. You're home. Everybody wants a piece of you, and we really appreciate Stevie Ray Vaughan for taking the time to come see us here.
Yeah. Well, thank you all.
Well, speaking of home, how is your mom? How's Uncle Charlie? Everybody in Oak Cliff? How they doing?
Well, Mother's great. I saw her just yesterday. And Joe and everybody's doing fine.
Oh, great. I know that about 3 months ago, maybe, your big brother sat right there in that chair with me and talked to us, Jimmy with the Fabulous Thunderbirds. What do you think must go through your mama's mind on Sunday, just projecting ahead of time, when her boys get up in the Cotton Bowl? I mean, the Vaughan family's lived here all your life. You've grown up here all your life. Your mom gets to go to the Cotton Bowl and see her 2 boys up there and the 2 bands performing live. I mean, that's just got to be a very, very special day for her.
Yeah, she's a real neat woman, and she's really been supportive of us all the time. And it's a great thing, to have somebody like that. That's the reason I moved back up here.
Is to
be around her.
Is the strength of a support group like your family, right?
Yeah.
She's a very strong woman, very special lady, and we owe a lot to Mrs. Vaughan. All that great.
Mama V.
Mama V. Tell me about when you got the news that the Who had invited you and Double Trouble to play on this bill. What does the Who always came from one side of the English music. There was the Rolling Stones kind of headed up that dirty, gritty blues side, which I suppose your music would be closer to. The Who, one of the greatest rock and roll bands ever in the world, always came at it from a slightly different side.
And it's kind of funny because the first song by an English rock band, or whatever you would call them, it was My Generation when I was a little bitty kid.
And you remember that one very well.
I used to sit in my living room or the bedroom, either one, and act like I was singing it. Dress up right and everything.
Did you do the stutter?
Yeah, of course. That's what everybody wanted to do.
That was the whole thing. I kind of think maybe that might have been the the first punk rock song ever in history, right?
That's kind of the way I look at it. It's either them or Jeff Beck. I'm not sure which
All right.
one.
They definitely had the attitude with that song.
Yeah.
Tell me about Love Me Darling. Why does this one, when you sit at home, and you must have heard this thing 300 times in making and recording and mixing.
More than that.
More than that. Okay.
See, we've recorded this song for every record except for Texas Flood that we've ever put out. We just never did like how it felt.
Oh, you finally
Finally
got it
got
right.
one that we liked, yeah.
Why,
We like it at gigs. It would just not come out right in the studio.
in the studio? Sometimes it's elusive like that,
Yeah.
isn't it? What about Love Me Darling? Really
It's just
knocked you out.
I've been a Howlin' Wolf nut for years and years and years.
You'd have to be to play
Nobody can
blues.
sing like that, and nobody can play guitar like Hubert Sumlin, which is who plays guitar on this, and he's probably not real well known to a lot of people in the public, but as far as guitar players go, everybody that's ever heard his name and put it together with what he played is a big fan of his. He's probably one of the most original guitar players there's ever been.
Wow, I'd say that's pretty high praise coming from you.
Well-
and I'll tell you something.
Well, ask Eric Clapton, ask anybody that's heard him, and they'll tell you the same thing.
This guy's the man, huh?
Yeah.
Let's check him out. This is Love Me Darling that comes from Ian Stepp. It's Stevie Ray Vaughan in Double Trouble with us live on Q102. Oh, yeah. I see why you like that one. That takes me back. That does take me back to like Texas Flood, you know?
Yeah.
It really, it's a swinging thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is Love Me Darling. And give me the name of that guitar player again.
Hubert Sumlin,
How do you spell his last name, do you know?
Sumlin.
Hubert Sumlin. And
Yeah.
he
Well, that's me playing, but I'm just taking his style.
on the Howlin' Wolf
Yeah.
original. That
Yeah.
was Hubert playing on that.
Uh-huh.
You say he moved to Chicago and,
Yeah,
and
he
did the old
was
blues
with
thing.
Wolf for about 27 years.
Just passing through.
Yeah.
27 years. Listen, I really appreciate you coming and seeing us.
It's a pleasure, man.
It's great to have you home. We're all really proud of you. And congratulations. The success of Instep, it is. It
Right,
is by
man.
far the most focused, tightest thing you've done. And you've done some great stuff. But this
Thank
is it.
you.
We get to see you Sunday playing
Yeah.
live for all your hometown fans, right? With Double Trouble.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
with the Fabulous Thunderbirds as
and
well.
the T-Birds will be there, and of course, Double Trouble. Looking forward to this. Making that Who show. You know, this could be the last time the Who ever plays. I mean, this is their
Yeah.
last show on this anniversary tour. This may be an historic occasion, and we're just really glad that the Vaughan brothers and Texas is really represented well at the concert
Yeah.
on Sunday. All righty.
Let's kick it with it.
Stevie Ray Vaughan from Double
Thank you.
Trouble. I'm Red Beard, live on Q102.
Tell us we are only